All right, looks like we are live. What is this? Are we live? That's weird. This never happened before. I think we're live. My audience will tell me if we're live. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Trading Bitcoin. Yep, I'm live with your host, Tone Vays. Wow, Zoom kind of went weird. Usually it shows me my stream. That's okay. We're just gonna go to YouTube, Tone Vays. Welcome to another episode of Trading Bitcoin. I'm your host, Tone Vays. This is going to be a very special episode because I am at the office of the CryptoQuant team, and I'm here with the CEO, Key, and we're going to talk about some on-chain analytics. One of these days, I will bring Willy Woo back to the show, but in the meantime, I am starting to be a little more interested in on-chain analytics, mostly because I'm the ultimate contrarian, and a lot of people really aren't happy with on-chain analytics these days after the horrendous 2022 year. Just like myself, as you guys know, it's been a very tough year to call the markets from a TA perspective. On-chain predictions have been very challenging as well. And I've been keeping an eye on the CryptoQuant's Telegram channel. They're posting really cool charts of on-chain analytics. And we're going to talk to the CEO. I'm here in Miami. Stop by their office, and it's going to be great. So, Key, welcome to the show. I'm going to pull up your background while you talk about your background a little bit and what got you interested in building CryptoQuant and exactly what do you guys do?
Hi, my name is Key. I'm CEO and co-founder of CryptoQuant. We're on-chain data provider and analytics firm since 2018. So you can utilize on-chain data for trading using our charts and APIs in our platform, CryptoQuant.com. So yeah, that's that's the background real quick.
All right, perfect. Yeah. I'm finally able to somewhat pull up my YouTube. So guys, go ahead, follow Key. You got a lot of followers. You're doing great. And here is the CryptoQuant Twitter profile as well. Definitely follow them on Telegram, where they post lots of cool charts. And this is the website. And I know a lot of people just come here to get the price of Bitcoin. I'm gonna take a look at the charts for 3 to 4 minutes. I'm not sure why YouTube is bugging out right now, but that's okay. We do have people in the live chat. My moderators. Oh yeah, we're live. Okay. My moderators will post any questions from our live audience. I'm gonna open that up on Telegram as well. There are links in this YouTube video description. Also, I have one of their latest report. December 8th, this is today's report.
Yes.
So we're going to go through an on-chain analytics report that CryptoQuant publishes for their institutional clients. So you guys get a little bit of a teaser on what they do for their institutional clients as well. But real quick, I haven't looked at the price charts. I was in the air once again. So real quick, on the weekly scale, do you do much technical analysis trading?
I'm not an expert for the
TA,
but yeah, I love TA. Yeah.
But do you have a couple of people on the team? Oh, how big is the team? About 20 people, right?
So we're 27 developers in Korea. We started from Korea, South Korea. So 27 developers in Korea and 4 analysts and researchers in the US. Yeah.
All right. I guess everything. Are we is everything working okay? Can't just get
let me see.
One more. I don't know why it's not pulling up, but it looks like it's live. I just can't see us being live. I hope it's working fine. It's so super weird. That
let me check happen. Your YouTube channel here.
Maybe I just need to restart my computer. But anyway, so I'm looking at the charts right now. As you guys know, I'm looking for this bounce back to the 20 period weekly moving average and the bottom of the triangle of the breakdown. And then we will reanalyze. I still think there is a decent probability of one more capitulation down into sub $15,000 range. And the main reason why I believe that is because we spent way too much time at the lows of 16,000. The way markets bottom usually is you only get a few hours to buy the perfect low. You don't get, a week to think about buying the perfect low. You either get very little amount of time to buy the perfect low, or it spends so much time at the perfect low that people don't believe it is a low. This is why I am still very concerned of one more capitulation down, but I will be very, very happy with Bitcoin finally rebounding once we break the prior clear swing high, which is all the way at 21,000. So right now, I believe the best position is mostly in cash. On my allocation chart, I have a small 20% allocation, non-leverage, and either we crash sub 15, and that's an amazing buying the dip opportunity, or you wait and buy the breakout above 21.5. Until then, we could stay in this zone for a few more months. So that's basically my overall look. Today is Friday. The stock markets are open. And I am watching the S&P very carefully. We are being rejected by this downward sloping trend line. As you guys know, I am one of the few stock market bulls out there. I always have been. I did not see this going into a monster depression. I still believe that Europe is going to be the one that implodes. Capital will get sent to the United States, and a lot of it is going to go into risky assets like stocks and also Bitcoin. Okay, so that is a quick overview on the price. If we have time at the end, we'll do it again. I'm probably going to switch over to the report. Let me alter screen share real quick. You guys get a little look at the office here. Super cool. Down in Miami, but most of your team is in Korea.
Yes.
Okay, and yeah, they have several PhDs. I already spoken to one of their other analysts when we crossed paths working on Wall Street back in the day. We didn't cross paths. We worked the same company, though we didn't know that we were both working at the same company till just now. So that was really, really cool. And yeah, definitely experience on the team. So that's absolutely awesome. All right, let me switch screen shares over to the report. And I already see a couple of questions, and we'll do those as well. Where is this? What is which one? No, it's not that. No, that's my chart. Why isn't that comes up? Show all windows. That's all. There it is. Okay. That's the window I want to show. Okay, so this is a weekly report. I think I already have a couple of questions. No, that's it. Okay, so what made you decide to? Sorry. So what were you doing? Oh, sorry, T. I don't know why I wanted to call you Kai. I think I have another friend from a long ago. Same thing. Always refer to himself as that. What made you decide to start CryptoQuant?
So my background is software engineering. I was working at web security company, cryptography company in Korea, and I started trading Bitcoin in BitMEX back in like 2016. I got a lot of money and I lost a lot of money. And then I started thinking like I need to find some alpha out of on-chain data, because on-chain data is more like computer science. So thought it was like the best fit for me to find the signals. So since then, I've been trading Bitcoin using on-chain data, and then back in 2018, on-chain data is not enough. So I thought like I'd like to see the exchange flows between miners and exchanges. So I developed flows data back then, and then we those like projects became the company called CryptoQuant. So it
really started as a passion project for you to trade these markets.
Yeah. So
and it grew into this.
Yeah. So I'm like still not like very experienced trader, but I have like a passion to find the signals out of on-chain data. So yeah.
Okay. So let's review the report, guys, and we'll take a look at what CryptoQuant says about the markets. This is one of their weekly reports for their institutional clients. We can talk more about that after, but let's just go ahead and review. So here's that's the short executive summary. So let's see. Bitcoin continues to trade below 20,000 and has remained below this level for a month. Broader perspective, and we can go probably straight to the charts. So Bitcoin whales are still selling. So that's one of your profile charts, and the other one is spending behavior. Whale spending activity remains high, which is inconsistent with an upwards price trend. So let's start with, what is the definition of a whale in the crypto space?
So it's not like absolute definition.
Mm-hmm.
It's more like a relative. So relatively, if you see the historical patterns, like if we can't say like over 1,000 Bitcoin is whale or something, right? Mm-hmm. But you can say that when UTXO value bands is like increasing, it means a big chunk of UTXO is created. So the UTXO size is like between 1,000 to 10,000 Bitcoin is decreasing. So we can say like the UTXO size between 1,000 to 10,000, which might be whale activities, is they're not accumulating Bitcoins, more like distributing. But they don't hold those Bitcoins, but they spend their Bitcoins to distribute, like a split those UTXO to other like holders. Yeah.
So this chart is going all the way back to looks like the 2015 days with the run up to 19,000 in 2017. Mm-hmm. And we have pretty consistency, and this is the big buyers of Bitcoin in large quantities with UTXOs. And it's very interesting over here, back in early 2020, where the accumulation has stopped, but there was still one final run-up. So that's clean divergence right here. And then yet we still made another high without having the whales accumulate, and the whales have been selling. So this is a pretty serious metric, and most traders, longer-term institutional traders, are kind of waiting for this to get turned around. I've discussed this area here many times. GBTC and Grayscale were a big part of this final push as one of those major sales, as they were buying up double the average buying Bitcoin during this time in 2020. And all of a sudden, all that buying stopped when GBTC premium turned into a discount. So I guess there's not much else we can add to this other than it's one of those wait and see. And it's interesting that this accumulation is actually down to some pretty low levels here, which is a little concerning, right?
Yeah, I think I would say there's not like no significant selling activities or buying activities in the market. It's pretty boring. So this is more like more like buying like we are not good, like whales are not like heavily accumulating the Bitcoins. So we have Bitcoin side signal as well as stablecoin side. So if you see stablecoins exchange reserve is also decreasing. So, which means stable coins are not flowing into exchanges to buy Bitcoins or other cryptocurrencies. Yeah, so sell side liquidity and, wallets that has big chunk size of Bitcoins, and, buy side liquidity, it's not good, I think. Yeah, not like bearish, but, I think not good time to, heavy long here.
All right. Let's move on and take a look at a couple of other charts. Looks like the miners remain a big risk for selling pressure on Bitcoin as miners are continuing to sell to fund operations. The hash rate has just dropped finally, so that gives miners a little bit of a relief. But tell us a little more about this chart here, the hash price. And it looks like we are down to some significant new lows we haven't seen, well, possibly back in like 2015, 16 days, because we've just broken some critical lows. But tell us a little more about this chart.
So hash price is miner revenue, which includes block reward and fees, network fees, and adjusted by the network hash rate. So miners are like under pressure of break-even point, over breaking, they're like mining Bitcoins, running mining rigs with a significant loss. So when the Bitcoin was close to bottom, miners are typically they're capitulating. They sell all the Bitcoins and then sell all mining rigs and then just stop the business. So you might heard of news from like mainstream media about Core Scientific and a lot of mining companies are
kept up with that. Core Scientific, they were the biggest miner, and they are having big issues right now.
Yeah.
Clearly, they're didn't anticipate the potential of this bear market. And do you guys track individual? Do you try to track individual miners specifically, or you could only look at the data in aggregate?
You can track specific miners on our website. So let me give you an example. So the number one hash rate is Founder USA.
But that's a pool.
Yeah, pool, right? And Core Scientific, they're using Founder USA pool. They're partnered. So basically, Founder USA pool, the majority of hash rate increase was from Founder USA pool, and they're like listed companies, and it includes Core Scientific and others. So hash rate decrease and miner outflows, for example, from Founder USA means a lot. The capitulation is coming from Founder USA means it could be Core Scientific and other heavy big like mining companies. So recently the big miners like big mining pools like Founder USA and Poolin, F2Pool, these guys are like their outflow is pretty heavy. So I think sooner or later miner capitulation would happen. So I think like I said, it's not a good time to buy. There's still a risk from miners.
Yeah, and this chart right here shows that at the moment, miners are being somewhat underpaid.
Yeah.
At the moment, and it's interesting. You have a red dot right here. So not that long ago, when we rallied to 25,000, miners were being paid okay because the hash rate was not that high. The hash rate has gone up, the price has gone down, and pretty big difference from miners doing well just 2 or 3 months ago to miners being in trouble.
Yeah, and I can show you charts maybe on our website.
Yeah, we can go to the website.
Yeah.
You may have to log in, so maybe I'll stop screen share, and you can log in. Or we're almost done with the report. So let's just go. Let's just go
The
to the
last
last
one,
couple of charts.
So
So this actually has like the full price. So this is. Sorry guys, I only got my hands on this report right before our video, and I didn't want to delay it too much, so I haven't had time to read into it myself. But hopefully they're kind enough to put me on their proprietary list, and then they'll let me share one or two of these charts every couple of weeks, because yeah, these are pretty expensive reports. But it would be great. I would love to, get into a little more knowledge of on-chain analytics, because clearly there is a need for it. And I can combine that with TA. So this is inter-exchange flow. So just explain this chart real quick.
So this is a Coinbase to derivative exchange flows divided by 1 year moving average. So when they like move a significant amount of Bitcoins to derivative exchanges, it could be for like punting a long position, because it's from whales. So I think it's cumulative flows. So if the 1 year moving average is below the real-time charts, it means risk on attitude, so that they can do some leverage. If the 1 year moving average is above the line here, it might mean like they're risk off, not doing some leverage. So the trend is like almost like about to the reverse. So
let's hope it's about to reverse. But what I'm finding very interesting is this massive divergence. Look, my audience knows that I was bullish right here. This is November of 2021, where we slightly broke the prior swing high. And I was bullish here because this is not how markets typically top. And with my almost 20 years experience now as a trader, this is not how markets top. But if I had my hands on this chart at that time, this would have scared me, because you can see how, I don't know if I can draw on this. I don't have I don't know if it'll let me. But you can see right here at the new high, you can see how these exchange flows were showing serious problems on the exchanges. Meanwhile, over here, you had the opposite divergence. So right here, when we crashed to 30, you see there's still massive underlying bullishness, which we hit. But by this point, we were underlying bearish. This is major divergence here that drove the market to new highs, and major divergence right after it in November that should have thrown in a huge caution sign. So I really need to start paying more attention to these kinds of on-chain analytics metrics. And now we wait for the crossover with the moving average, and hopefully we get one of these green lines in here sometime in Q1.
Yep.
And finally, our last two charts. Let me see what this is. On-chain PNL index. Ooh, I would need to read the above. So just give me a quick overview, please, on what it is, and then maybe I'll analyze the chart on the fly, which is also a bad idea. It's like doing math on live air.
So basically, a lot of on-chain analysts, including David Willio,
David Poole, good friend of mine as well.
Yeah.
I gotta.
He's amazing.
I gotta shoot him a message. Yeah.
So he developed MVRV, market value to realized value. So realized price is basically when you move your coins, the price is different over time, right?
Yes.
So you can basically weight price when it's moved, and then you can calculate a certain entry price, the entry price for certain entities. So if you calculate the average entry price for all the blockchain wallets, it could be, and then divided by the current price. That means like MVRV. So we have MVRV and bunch of other, holders like P&L type of indicators like SOPR, NUPL, you might heard of. And we combine all these like 6 different P&L indicators in the market, and then into one single indicator. That's the on-chain P&L effect. So if this indicator goes like goes above a certain level, that means like people are the blockchain wallets in average.
Underwater.
Like, yeah, I mean like above, it means like they're profit. In profit, and low like significant low means underwater. And they're in average all the blockchain wallets, they're like in significant loss. It's pretty similar to back in 2019, February, January.
Yeah, so it looks like we are more underwater than during the crash of 2020. But a lot of these metrics, guys, you have to keep in mind that this data is probably on a daily or a weekly basis.
Yes.
So when you have these flash crashes, like what happened in 2020, I just want to remind my audience, this thing could have actually gone like literally through the floor at some point that day. But by end of day, it doesn't look as bad as what happened a few years earlier at the end of 2018. But midday, this could have been significantly worse. So just keep that in mind and be careful with end of day data during, or especially end of week data during major market crashes, or in the opposite direction as well. But now we're consolidating here at the lows, and it looks like these metrics are showing that, it's time for the market to reverse and start a bull trend any week now, but there has not yet been sign of that reversal. Is that the overall view that you take as well?
Yes. So we're close to bottom, obviously, but like it could be, we never know what is the exact bottom, because it's relative. I was pretty bullish when we hit like 30K, because the PNL is their loss is pretty similar to back in 2020
30K when? This year or last year? Over here.
Yeah, over there.
When we hit 30K earlier this year, around April. Okay.
Yeah,
I was as well. I was also bullish there. I keep waiting for that final capitulation, and the one thing I'm missing is a big enough rebound to break the prior swing high, and we have not had that yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, so here's the team, the main team that publishes this report on a weekly basis. You can reach out to them at research@cryptoquant.com. If you are interested in this kind of service, it's not going to be cheap, but it's certainly useful. Feel free to drop where you heard about it. It'll score me some points. I am not profiting from this. Just a disclaimer. There's no disclaimer in the video description, but I wanted to come out. I wanted to meet the guys. And as you guys know, I just want to bring information so everyone profits from being a better trader. So here's the team that publishes this report. Follow them on Twitter, LinkedIn. But now let's go to your website if you want to show a couple of things on the website.
Yep.
Maybe log in first so that we're not doing that on live air. Here is the website, or unless you don't need to log in to show some charts.
Yeah.
It's up to you. You can log out. Log out after, because I definitely don't want to be logged in. That's weird. May refresh the website.
Can you refresh?
Yeah. Not really sure what's going on. Or we can pull it up one more time. Let's try this. Huh.
Wait a second.
All right. Hold on. Let's go back to the website. Maybe I'm drawing too many.
Oh,
Here
yeah.
we go. Okay. Let's
Sign
try
in.
this again. There you go. Okay. Key is going to sign in real quick. And then he'll show us some live charts. Oh no, it's saying check your email.
I forgot the password.
Welcome to my life.
All right, just a second.
Hey, we're logged in. Nope, never. Cool. All right. So can we share screen at this point?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So we're going back to screen share. And mouse is yours. Go for it.
So in our website, you can set some alerts. So I think you might want to set up some alerts for old whale moving, especially like spend output H bands. Yeah, that one. So I think there are some risks in on-chain. Like I said, whales, miners, exchange flows. But addition to that, I think you can see old whale moving using this chart.
So these are like the 5-year coins, 7-year coins.
Yeah, over 7-year
Wow.
coins. You can see when over 7-year-old Bitcoins moved, it's like pretty bad signal in most cases, like this, right? So
they're usually moving at the top, but this time they moved at the bottom.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
So this is the last risk point I'd like to say. So these are criminals, basically. I mean, like running a gambling website, drug dealers.
These are some smart criminals because they're cashing out at the top all the time, except for right now, right? Well, we know who the biggest criminal at the moment is, and that's SBF. So it's probably a lot of those coins, even though the government doesn't see it that way.
This one was pretty, good signal as well. But this one is when you get.
Well, this is around the time when FTX collapsed, right?
Yeah. So we tracked down this transaction, and it was from a BTCE.
The old BTCE days.
Yeah, related to the Mt. Gox hacking.
Yeah.
So they just moved split the 10,000 Bitcoins to 3,000 and 7,000, something like that. But we never know they did OTC deals. So you can just say, hey, this is 3,000 Bitcoin to your friends, and then your friends, they're executing sell orders, and then get the money back to your friends. So we never know what's gonna happen. So I think it's good to wait, not for volatility. So yeah.
Yeah, very interesting.
This is pretty risky, I think.
Yeah. Any other chart you want to show?
And maybe for miner outflows, you can check out miner position index. So you can see how this is miner outflows divided by 1-year moving average, which means compared to 1-year average miner outflows, it's is it significantly high or low? So when miner outflows is pretty high, it means they're selling. So it's basically during the entire bull market. When they stopped selling, that means bear market would start.
When they stop selling?
they sold a significant amount of Bitcoins at 47K.
Right.
And
Okay.
here we like, and then there were a few minor capitulations from newbie miners
Mm-hmm.
and still like happening. So, they're not like perfect trader, but you can say they're holding and selling activities using this indicator.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, so this is actually one of the reasons I'm going to pitch the financial summit here for a second. So on our website, we really do want to keep this. This is basically a financial event, and traditional markets are welcome as well. But one of our bullet points is for miners. This is the place where miners can go and meet traders and learn a little more about potential hedging strategies, whether it's options or futures. And if any miners are watching, we do encourage you to attend this event because you get to meet traders. You could potentially hire a trader or work with a firm that will help you hedge these kinds of situations so that you are not forced to capitulate, here at the bottom in a more recent hour where like miners are capitulating on these crashes. Though this was a smart sell right here. Somebody hedged quite a bit, but these sells over here lately were definitely troublesome. You can see how miners are capitulating right as these things crash, as miners get themselves in trouble. And this is one of the things we focus on as well when miners show up. And then miners get to talk about their operation, and they can potentially find some investors because there are VCs and other wealthy people looking to diversify some of the things that they do, and they would love to learn more about the mining industry. So definitely check out the Financial Summit. Hopefully at the next event, we will have a few researchers from CryptoQuant as well doing a very proprietary analysis on the inner workings of Bitcoin and seeing how the bull market is doing, because this event is November 2023, 1 year away from now, 11 months. And I think we'll be in a bull market by then. What do you think?
Yeah, I think, I was pretty bullish when Bitcoin was like 30K because, institutions, they're underwater. I mean, the entry price for them was pretty close to 30K. In both on-chain and, off-chain, you can basically see their entry price if you see like 10K, 8K reports, right? So that was my, rationale, but like things are happening, and then even institutions, they're like their PNL is almost like minus 50% or whatever. So if there, I think it's time to figure out like what other risk points out there. So like I said, those like old whales, like criminals, miners, and we have another risk point like DCG Grayscale.
Yep.
These guys are, as I know, their due date for the paying the debt is May 23rd or something. So I think we need to wait till like June to to see how these risks are like resolved over the 6 months. So not good time to like to like punt heavy longs here. Maybe you can buy some spots, but not for derivative trading.
All right, so I'm going to throw some final questions at you. Let's see if we can. You don't have to go into detail. It looks like we're rallying here a little bit. Look at the last 6-7 hours. That's a good sign. We're back above 17,000. I don't know why my camera keeps like unlocking. There we go. Even though we're in a tiny little screen over here, so no one can really even see us. So real quick, what do you see right now as the biggest potential risk that would drop Bitcoin below 15? And what do you see right now as the biggest point of optimism that's going to rally Bitcoin above 25?
25K.
Yeah.
I think the biggest risk point could be sell-side liquidity from miners, US-based newbie miners who joined in the last bull market, and the criminals like old whales, like I showed you. These sell-side liquidity is gonna be like unexpected, unpredicted, very like quick. So if you see like very high sell volume or like acre sell volume, which is the market order sell volume in the derivative exchanges, if you see like weird behavior from there, you might just like be careful from that.
So you see that as the biggest risk.
Yeah.
And what is your number one reason for optimism? And what would be the potential catalyst of the low already being in, and we're gonna reverse any day?
So I think people are just scared right now, and everyone is basically, not everyone, but most of them are underwater. So no one wants to sell here. They will rather wait. So I think not just like Bitcoin maximum drawdown charts or whatever. Also, on-chain PNL index wise, they're like significantly underwater. So I think once all these risks are like resolved and people start thinking, I think all risk is gone, and then people start buying. So if you see,
so just time, a little more time.
Can you share the chart?
Yeah, okay. Unfortunately, it logged you out. Oh, it logged you back in.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful. Okay.
All right, cool. So there's a market index called Coinbase Premium. So Coinbase.
What is this?
So it's a price difference between Coinbase and Binance. So when sellers from Coinbase, they're selling, it goes significantly low, like this. So it was like in 2019, Coinbase sellers were like selling Bitcoins with like -4% of premium, and then price goes down. It's pretty much similar at this point. Like overall, the last bull market, Coinbase premium is like above like 0. But when Luna and FTX happened, like this is Luna and this is FTX. So the sentiment in US was not that good, like when Luna happens and when FTX happens, but it's getting recovered like this. So I think FTX and Luna fear or the contagion is pretty much gone, I guess, and people are worried about like sell-side liquidity from those contagion, but it will take a lot of time to see those sell-side liquidity. For example, Mt. Gox, people haven't gotten Mt. Gox.
Right, still. I don't know if they're ever gonna get it. It's insane.
So, like in the short term, it's not gonna be like, heavy.
So I got a quick question. Like, can the data you guys source, like, are you able to spot the next FTX? Like, hey, this exchange's volume isn't accurate. Like, because you guys, this is like your job is to analyze this on-chain data. Are you able to identify some of the shadiness that goes on at some of these exchanges?
Sure.
And shed some light on that? Or is that something that's still a huge challenge? Like, almost no one saw FTX coming. I know even the people that watch me lost a lot of money in FTX. I had zero exposure to it because I never trusted FTX. But is there a way, or are you guys trying to go in that direction? Or I know some of your prior researchers worked in similar industries to me on Wall Street. Is there a way for research companies like yours to directly go to these exchanges and say, hey, we want to see your data with NDAs, but at least, you know, people will have more confidence that you actually have full reserves?
We have a proof of reserve dashboard. And those dashboard comes from their data that they disclosed, like they disclosed wallet addresses, a set of wallet addresses. So can you, yeah, you can see there, it's not proof of reserve, but like not like Merkle tree stuff, but it's their reserve.
So you do some analysis on the coins that these. Oh wow, this is interesting.
Yeah. So I think
Binance is really leading the way here, huh?
Yeah. Binance is the king.
Oh boy.
So the orange chart here is their exchange native token, just like FTT, you know.
Okay. Oh boy.
You can see what's the problem here.
Yeah, I can see a big problem here.
Yeah. So Huobi, for example.
Well, the biggest problem is right here. Oh boy.
Yeah. Okay. Half of their reserve
is in Bitcoin.
Is their exchange native token, Huobi token, HT.
Oh, I'm sorry, the other one. Okay, so it's the orange that's their self-native token.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, I thought it was the other way. Okay. And the purple or the blue, is this the Bitcoin?
Oh no, they're all assets. Bitcoin,
all assets.
You know, ERC20 tokens like Uniswap, Ethereum, all others, you know, Matic, Polygon.
Got it.
Stuff. Yeah.
Oh God, hope there wasn't too much Polygon.
So I think
but the orange is their native token.
Yeah. So
interesting. I didn't even know Bitfinex had that much native token. Well, this is why I like Deribit. They don't have a native token. But yeah, this is super interesting.
Yeah, if you have your exchange native token, you can, you know, just like FTX, you can say like give FTT to
right.
some of the
I really don't like native tokens. I'm not a fan at all. I think this is one of the big disasters. All right, no, that's a pretty cool interface that you have here. We do have to wrap up this interview, guys. I know I'd love to talk this stuff forever, but I am gonna have to let you go on a tough question, which is what probability out of 100 do you give that we're gonna go and make a new low sub 15,000? What do you say the odds of that are? Like, is it 20% chance we would fall below 15,000, or is it more like 60-70% chance?
That's a tricky question.
this is why we speak in probabilities, right? And the cop-out answer is 50-50.
I think there are more risk than, you know, optimistic things.
So you're more risk averse and more cautious right now.
Yeah, I think not like breaking 15K or like going sideways or something in the short term.
Everyone wants to buy that perfect dip. Yeah, no, I agree. Like, I would rather get the short dip to below 15 and rally past 20 afterwards in a short amount of time than get stuck here at 17,000 till March. That would be well, it will be good for some companies because you get some stability, but that would be like even more painful. It's like a slow band-aid rip. I'd rather just go down and up. But
if you ask me about like which one comes first, 25K, 15K, I think 15K.
15 before 15 is more likely to come first.
Yeah.
I don't know why my camera keeps taking over focus, but that's okay. All right, guys. Key, I've taken up enough of your time, and we are gonna get going. The Bitcoin price is rallying a little bit here. Wow, we're at 17.2. But again, I know I'm not screen sharing right now, though I could real quick. Until we rally past these moving averages that are declining, I just don't see us getting out of this hole this soon. So I'm also very, very cautious that there is a decently high probability of one more capitulation. The more likely outcome is this continued slow bleed between, say, 19,000 and 16,000 all the way into Q2 of next year. And then finally, the rally is going to take over, because once people start counting down days to the next halving, I think the FOMO is going to set in. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you for the interview. There's links in the video description, guys. Hopefully, I can do more videos about on-chain analytics. Maybe we'll get one of your other researchers that puts those reports together as well for some variety. And hopefully, we can do these videos once every 2 to 3 weeks, just to give a look at the on-chain analytics.